Moisés Schmidt, a cocoa grower and entrepreneur in center-north Brazil who has been investing in cocoa farming technology to expand production, secured backing from some of the world's largest cocoa traders and chocolate companies to develop what would be the world's largest cocoa farm.
Buscando uma alternativa.
We started producing cocoa, looking for an alternative that would add to the fruit's cocoa production needed shade, and we began to understand a little the dynamics and the technical issues of cocoa. We began to identify that cocoa in full sun had a better response, and the tree grew faster. It started producing fruit much earlier, much more. The aspiring Brazilian cocoa king wants to revolutionize the way the chocolate ingredient is produced, said Schmidt Agricola, the family-owned group that cultivates more than 35,000 hectares in Brazil's Bahia state. This group has preliminary agreements with companies in the commodities and chocolate business. The project comes at a time when the chocolate industry faces a global supply crisis, with crops in top growing regions of West Africa facing stagnation, while demand for the beans continues strong. New cocoa production elsewhere is critical to supply growing global production of chocolate.
E nos surpreendeu.
It surprised us. We didn't expect this drop in global cocoa production, but it is worth highlighting an unmet demand that we had not seen in the world. If you look at the Americas today, there is a pent-up demand for this product. Moisés Schmidt, who oversees fruit operations for his family business, started with cocoa in 2019 when his company finished an assessment on the cocoa market, concluding, in hindsight correctly, that there would be a supply shortfall in some years' time. Most cocoa farms in the world, particularly in Africa, are small, only a few dozen hectares. The average cocoa yield in the Ivory Coast, the world's largest cocoa producer, is 500 kilograms per hectare. By contrast, according to Schmidt, trees already planted across 400 hectares of his cultivated land are producing around 3,000 kilos per hectare, or 10 times the average yield of the traditional cocoa areas in Brazil. The target is to get past 4,000 kilograms per hectare. The concept behind this cocoa plantation is to apply large-scale agriculture techniques to the new area, as if it were a soybean or cornfield. In recently planted land in Riachão das Neves, the rows of cocoa trees are more concentrated, with only the space for mechanization. Perhaps this mass production of cocoa could be the solution to the problem of slave labor in the chocolate supply chain. Professional, mechanized agriculture is much more efficient than the lower-tech model of using slaves. Perhaps Schmidt's initiative could accomplish what many NGOs, funded by untold sums of worldwide taxpayer dollars, failed to.